Hi guys and welcome back. So today we're going to work on a beanie, which is one of my favorite stitches. We're going to do the wave stitch. It's a really simple 4-row repeat and it works up super quickly. So before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notified every time I post a video. So let's get started. So here are all the supplies you need to make the beanie. You're going to need some medium worsted weight yarn. I'm using Himalaya Super Soft. This is really similar to Red Heart Super Saver. Here are the details of the yarn. Along with this, I'm going to be using a 5mm crochet hook and I would need a yarn needle. Additionally, if you want to add a little pom-pom on top, you'll need that as well. So now to get started, you're going to make a slip knot. So make a loop with your yarn. With the tail end, make another loop inside of the first one. Insert your crochet hook and tighten. Now you're going to chain 46. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and go ahead and do this 46 times. So now once we're done with the initial chain, we're going to skip this first stitch and go into the second one. So skip this one right here, go into that second one, and we're going to place a single crochet in the next 10 stitches. So insert your crochet hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now in the next 5 stitches we're going to place slip stitches. So insert your hook, pull up a loop and pull it through. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now in the next 5 stitches we're going to place half double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop. You have 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now again you're going to do 5 slip stitches and then 5 half double crochets, and then one more time 5 slip stitches, 5 half double crochets. So basically you're doing the repeat 3 times. So I'm done with my 5 slip stitches. Now I'm doing my 5 half double crochets. So go ahead, finish this time and then repeat that one more time. Once you're done with your repeats, this is what it should look like. Now you should have 5 stitches left at the end of this row. We're going to place 5 slip stitches into these last stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and into that very last stitch we have the 5th slip stitch, and that completes the first row. Now you're going to chain 1 and turn, and now for the rest of the project we're only going to be working in the back loops. So if you see, each stitch has a V, which is right here. You have one stitch facing towards you and one of the V facing away. We're only going to work into this stitch which is facing away from us. So you're not going to go through both, you're just going to go through the back loop. So to start off the next row, you're going to place 5 slip stitches only in the back loop. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do the opposite of what we did in the previous row. So in the previous row, we did 5 slip stitches, 5 half double crochets, 5 slip stitches, 5 half double crochets. Now we're going to do 5 half double crochets followed by 5 slip stitches. So to do a half double crochet in the back loop, yarn over, go only into that back loop, pull up a loop, pull through all 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then you're going to do 5 slip stitches only in the back loop. So I'm going into that next stitch, which is right here, and placing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So you're going to continue this 2 more times, so for 3 repeats in total. So 5 back loop half double crochets, 5 slip stitches, 5 back loop half double crochets, 5 back loop slip stitches. So reach until this point and then I'll show you how to finish the row. So now we've reached the end of the row after doing our 3 repeats. Now for the last 10 stitches, if you remember, we started with 10 single crochets. Now we're going to end with 10 back loop single crochets. So insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, only into the back loop for the last 10 stitches. Now for the next row, you're going to chain 1, turn your work around, and again we're going to do 10 back loop single crochets. So once you're done with this, if you see, the previous row has the slip stitch here, half double crochet here, slip stitch here, half double crochet here. Now what we want to do is we want to make a half double crochet on top of the slip stitch and a slip stitch on the half double crochet. So for this row, we're going to do 5 half double crochets in the back loop. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, followed by 5 slip stitches, and you're going to do this 3 times. 2, 3, 4 and 5. So just to show you, now we're creating the opposite of what we'd done in the previous row. So again you're going to do 5 half double crochets followed by 5 slip stitches, 5 half double crochets, 5 slip stitches. You're going to do that 2 more times until you reach the end of the row. Now at the end of the row you should be left with 5 stitches. We're going to place 5 slip stitches into these. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now chain 1 and turn your work. So now we're going to start this row with 5 slip stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and now we're completing the wave from the previous row. So if you see, this is slip stitch, half double crochet, slip stitch, half double crochet. So that's what we're going to do. You're going to do a repeat of 5 slip stitches, 4 and 5, followed by 5 half double crochets. So if you look at it, you can see that we had the first wave complete here. Now we have the second wave getting complete here. So once you complete this row, it will be much clearer. So go ahead and do your repeat of 5 slip stitches and 5 half double crochets until you reach the last 10 stitches. So now you can see our wave pattern getting formed. Now we're at the last 10 stitches and we're going to place 1 single crochet till the end, only in the back loops of the last 10 stitches. Now we're going to start a new wave. So chain 1, turn your work around, place 10 back loop single crochets. So now if we look at the previous row, we have the half double crochet, slip stitch, half double crochet, slip stitch. So we want to do the opposite of that for this row. So we're going to do 5 slip stitches and then 5 half double crochets. So now you reach the last 5 stitches and you're just going to place a slip stitch into each. So now this is the repeat pattern that you're going to follow 13 more times. So basically you're going to follow rows 2 until rows 5 13 more times. So I'm just going to get you started with row 2 again. So you're going to chain 1, turn your work around. Now you're going to place 5 back loop slip stitches, and then you're going to place half double crochet, slip stitch, half double crochet, slip stitch, half double crochet, slip stitch, and then Right here you're going to place 10 single crochets. After that you're again going to chain 1, turn, do 10 single crochets, half double crochet, slip stitch 3 times, and then 5 back loop slip stitches. So you're going to follow rows 2 until row number 5 and just keep creating alternate waves. Just remember that this side will always be the 10 single crochets, this side will always be the 5 slip stitches, so it's easy to keep track that way. So go ahead and repeat rows 2 to 5 13 more times until you reach the top. Then I'll show you how to complete your beanie. So here's a quick tip for working your repeat rows. Since we're doing a 4-row repeat, it definitely helps just writing down each of the rows and then putting a stitch count per row. So we're going to do this repeat 13 times. So I've written it 13 times, and then every time I complete a row, I'm just going to keep crossing it off. If you don't do this, sometimes you may just mess up which row you've completed, especially if you're taking a break and starting again. So this definitely helps a lot. So now once you're done, this is what it should look like. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to fold this up and then sew the two ends together. So now when you end on row number 5, the really nice thing is that this actually folds together almost like it's puzzle pieces. So it's very easy to actually attach the two sides together. What we're going to do is we're just going to go through the stitches front and back and then attach the two sides together. So now once you're done stitching it around, this is what it looks like. Now you're just going to thread up some of your yarn and then you're going to go up to the top of your hat, go through a couple of stitches like you're making a drawstring. Once you're done, you can just cinch the top together to close it up and then just make a couple of knots. And then you can hide your ends in. So now optionally you can add a pom-pom as well. So I've made this with some scrap yarn of the same color mixed with some white. So what you can do is just insert your crochet hook into your hat, take the strings of the pom-pom and just pull them through. And once you attach the pom-pom, this is what it should look like. Now another thing you can do is you can just fold up the brim. You don't have to sew this together, so then you have the option of making it longer or shorter whenever you want. So here's your beanie complete. It's so simple and it's a really easy pattern to follow once you get a hang of the rows. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching the videos, please share it with all your friends, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.